hands to take care of her, and here she was, soaked, freezing, and as smelly as a cow pen in August. A fine job he was doing so far. She nuzzled her face against his side. He knew she was wiping her nose on him. Ma always scolded her for doing such, but he didn't have the heart. Fresh tears burned behind his eyelids, and he dragged in a breath. He remembered quarreling with Mary Beth yesterday, right before Ma started feeling poorly. Then he recalled how he had played with Jeremy up on the hill, putting off his chores until later. Now Ma was gone, and there was nothing he could do to bring her back. Nothing. He couldn't even say how sorry he was. His stomach churned with hunger and his knees knocked with weakness. It didn't seem right, feeling hungry, but he hadn't eaten since yesterday at noon, and grave digging was hard work. Almost as hard as mining for gold. "It's muddy down there." Sarah gazed at the grave, then looked up, imploring him with her big brown eyes to set her world aright. Dripping strands of black hair stuck to her cheeks. She shivered so hard her teeth clacked. "Why do we gots to put her in the mud?" Jacob had no answers. If there was a God, he was a far piece from here. Somewhere in California, more than likely, where the sun never stopped shining. If Jacob was God, that's where he would be. From the far side of the grave, 8-year-old Mary Beth said, "Ma ain't here anymore, kitten. She's gone away to heaven to live with angels." Jacob watched Mary Beth, willing her to say more, something about harps and gowns and streets paved in gold. If Sarah kept picturing Ma with mud all over her face, she'd be plagued by nightmares for a year. As always, Mary Beth did just the opposite of what Jacob wished. Her mouth settled into a grim line, and she said no more. Still hopeful, he slid his gaze to 6-year-old Rebecca, but she stood as still as a statue, gaze fixed, face white, her black hair hanging in wet streams. It looked as if it was up to him. He gave Sarah's shoulder a pat. "Heaven's a fine place. There's nothing but white horses up there, and the angels are all gussied up in fancy dresses, the likes of which you ain't never seen." "What kind of dresses?" Jacob hesitated. The entire scope of his existence was mining towns, but once a long time ago he'd gone looking for Pa at the saloon. "I reckon they're red with black lace." Mary Beth, face mud-smeared and swollen from bawling, puffed up like a toad eyeing a fly. "They ain't neither. Angels wear white, Jacob Nathaniel. Don't go tellin' lies as gospel." "What difference does it make, Mary Beth?" "It just does, that's all. Red's one of Satan's colors, and only bad women wear it." "White, then. And quit flaring up over the top of Ma's grave. You might as well walk on it." Sarah, apparently oblivious to their bickering, was still stuck on heaven. "Why didn't Ma take us with her?" she demanded in a shrill voice. "She'd take the baby. Don't she love us no more? I want a red dress with black grace." "Lace," Jacob inserted. "Someday when I'm rich, I'll buy you one, kitten. An angel dress, any color you want." Jacob's throat ached. The raindrops felt like pinpricks on his face. Angels? All he could see was mud and more mud. And when he closed his eyes, all he saw was his mother's blood. "Someday when you're rich," Mary Beth scoffed. "You're starting to sound just like Pa. We ain't never gonna strike it rich, Jacob, and you know it." "Then I'll get rich doing something else. Hush yourself, Mary Beth. You'll make Sarah start taking on again." "Better that than making her promises you can't keep. She don't even got a coat." "I'll buy her a coat and dresses too. Just you watch."